We put a man on the moon in 1969. We split the atom. We decoded the entire human genome. We eradicated smallpox from the face of the earth. But cancer is still killing someone every single minute of every single day. So why? Why, after spending over $200 billion in cancer research since 1971, do we still not have a cure? Here's the uncomfortable truth. We've been asking the wrong question. It's not, why can't we cure cancer? It's why did we ever think cancer was one thing to cure in the first place? Because it's not. Cancer is not a single disease. It's more like 100 completely different enemies wearing the same mask. Every second, your body makes about 3.8 million new cells. That's 3.8 million tiny construction workers showing up for work. And every single one gets inspected for defects. Most of the time, the system works perfectly. Damaged cells either fix themselves or they self-destruct. It's called apoptosis, and it's basically your cells committing honorable suicide for the team. But sometimes, a mutation slips through. The cell ignores the self-destruct order. It starts copying itself, and copying like a photocopier that's gone rogue and nobody can find the off switch. Those rogue cells can come from literally any tissue in your body. Lung cells, brain cells, skin cells, blood cells. Each one creates a completely different cancer, with a different cause, a different behavior, and crucially, a different weakness. Think of it like this. If someone said, I need a key to open a lock, easy. But if they said, I need one key that opens 100 different locks, all custom made, all constantly changing, that's the actual problem we're trying to solve. Here's where it gets truly diabolical. Even within a single tumor, cancer cells aren't all the same. They're constantly mutating, branching off into slightly different versions of themselves. Scientists call this clonal heterogeneity. Aggressive brain tumors called glioblastomas can have up to 6 different subclones inside one patient, so your drug kills 5 of them. Congratulations. That surviving 6th one, it grows back, and now it's immune to your treatment. It's like trying to stop a wildfire by extinguishing 95% of it. That remaining 5% uses the charred landscape to spread faster than before. A tumor isn't just a lump of bad cells, it's an entire ecosystem, a criminal empire that recruits and corrupts everything around it. Cancer cells can trick your body into building blood vessels that feed the tumor. They sweet-talk your immune system into standing down instead of attacking them. Your own immune cells end up protecting them. Even when treatment works perfectly, the tumor shrinks. Scans show it's gone. Sometimes, cancer comes back. The reason might be cancer stem cells, rare, almost indestructible cells that hide in the tumor. Chemotherapy and radiation, cancer stem cells laugh at those. They've evolved to be resistant. Theoretically, just one surviving cancer stem cell can rebuild the entire tumor from scratch. Cancer cells are, at their core, evolution machines. Throw a drug at them, and some will die. But the survivors, they learn. They change their gene expression like putting on armor. They develop resistance, sometimes in days. This is why we can't just develop one drug and be done. It's an arms race. And cancer has a billion-year evolutionary head start on us. And here's the cruel irony of cancer research. The way we study cancer in labs is fundamentally limited. We grow cancer cells in flat dishes, isolated from all the complexity of a real human body. A drug that kills cancer in a dish fails in a real patient about 95% of the time. The dish doesn't have an immune system. It doesn't have the hormones, the blood flow, the stress signals. It's like testing a parachute design in a wind tunnel and claiming it's ready for Everest. But here's the thing. We are making progress. The average cancer death rate has dropped by 33% since 1991. Childhood leukemia, once almost always fatal, now has a 90% survival rate. Immunotherapy has completely changed the game. Instead of just poisoning cancer cells, we're now reprogramming your own immune system to hunt them, and it's working for cancers that were previously untreatable. Targeted therapies can now attack specific genetic mutations inside cancer cells, like a smart missile that only hits the right address instead of carpet, bombing the whole neighborhood. The future of cancer treatment is personal. We're moving toward reading the exact genetic code of each patient's cancer, then building a treatment designed specifically for that unique genetic fingerprint. Early detection AI can now spot cancers on scans before they're even visible to the human eye. Liquid biopsies can detect cancer DNA floating in your bloodstream years before symptoms appear. So why is it so hard to cure cancer? Because we've been trying to find one cure for one disease, when what we really need is hundreds of treatments for hundreds of different diseases. Because cancer isn't our enemy, it's us. It's our own cells, our own DNA, fighting back against the process of keeping us alive. That's what makes it so extraordinary and so extraordinarily difficult. But every year, we get a little closer. Every new drug, every new data point, every clinical trial, it's another key being cut for another lock. We may never find the cure for cancer, but we're building 1,000 solutions, and that just might be better. If you found this video eye-opening, share it, because awareness is the first step. And subscribe, because next week we're asking, why do we age?